Hey everyone, it's Ashley and today I am bringing you my March book haul. I have decided to include all of the graphic novels that I bought or received in the month of March in my book haul this month as well, because I actually did all of my comic issues in a separate video that I will leave linked down below, and I didn't want to do another separate video for graphic novels because that is a lot of book haul videos for the month of March, so I kind of just put graphic novels and books together this month, which I doubt that you guys will really care about, so let's get started. Okay, so first we have More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. The publishing house emailed me and asked me if I wanted a copy of this, and I jumped at the chance. I follow Adam on Twitter and he is hilarious, and I really liked the plotline of this book, so I'm actually really excited to dive into this. I just haven't had time yet with school and craziness, but school will be over soon and I will have all the time for books all summer long and it will be wondrous. This novel actually, just from the back description, reminds me a lot of Aristotle and Dante, which makes me super excited. It is about a young boy who's kind of basically, from what I can tell, just trying to figure out who he is and kind of dealing with his past and all of these things that happened to him. And he meets this other boy and becomes best friends with him, and then is kind of struggling with feelings that are going on. And it takes place in New York City, which I love, and I believe it actually takes place in the Bronx, which I think may or may not be where Adam actually grew up. So nonetheless, I'm super excited. Also, Adam is under the age of 25 right now, or was when this was originally manuscripted, and I just really like promoting young authors. I don't know why. It's not that I don't like investing in older authors too. It's just once I hear of someone who's my age who wrote a book, I'm like, what? You did what? So anyways, I'm really excited to read this. Next, we have Half Wild by Sally Green. I received this from Penguin Random House, Canada. Thank you. I am so excited. One, they sent me the hardcover because they're awesome, and two, this cover is it's better than the first cover, which is unfathomable. I cannot wait to dive into this. I loved the first book. The only reason I haven't dived into it yet, actually that's a lie, I did read the first few chapters, is because I have so much schoolwork to do, and I know that if I keep picking it up and continue reading chapter after chapter, eventually I'm gonna not put it down and I'm not gonna do schoolwork and it's going to be bad. So I have 2 more weeks until I have a little bit of time off in between exams, and then I will probably be devouring this. When Penguin Random House sent me Half Wild, they also sent me Off the Page by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. This is a sequel to another book. I believe I own the first book, but I never actually read it. But maybe I will now, because I always wanted to, I just never got around to it, and I mean now I have the sequel, so if you have read the first book in this series, comment down below and let me know whether you liked it or not and whether I should pick it up this summer, because I'm kind of starting to make a list of the things I want to read this summer while I have time to read, because it's a lot harder to read during school than I thought it would be. Next, we have The Alex Crow by Andrew Smith. This is actually out in hardcover now if anyone wants to purchase it, but a representative from Penguin Random House actually dropped it off at my bookstore, and I snatched it up as quick as humanly possible because I had been debating buying this for a long time. It's Andrew Smith. That's pretty much all I need to tell you. You guys know how much I love him. I actually don't know much about the plot. It's kind of one of those really cool, weird plots, a lot like Grasshopper Jungle if you've read that. And all I really know is that it incorporates a refugee. But that's all I really know, and I don't really want to know more until I read it, so it's Andrew Smith. That's all you really need to know. Okay, so those are all of the books that I either bought or received in the month of March. So now we are going to move on to all the graphic novels that I got in the month of March. First, we have Sex Criminals Volume 2. I actually got this in February, I believe, but I don't think I put it in my book haul. If I did, then I'm sorry for repeating myself. But this is the sequel to the first Sex Criminals volume. It is about 2 main characters who can stop time during sex. I feel like that's the easiest way for me to describe it without being over PG-13. I don't know. You should look up the plot yourself if you are over the age of 13. Probably over the age of 16 actually, but I'm not big into censorship. If you think that you are mature enough to handle a very sexual graphic novel, this is hilarious and I would highly recommend it. There is time stopping and bank robbing and library saving. Next, we have Lock and Key Volume 1 and Lock and Key Volume 2. I have been wanting to read these for so long. I have just been putting off buying them because I wanted to buy them in hardcover, and they're just so expensive in hardcover. And while me and Brad were at Toronto Comic Con a few weekends ago, Brad saw these two at like a kind of discounted rate. And he bought both of them, and then we're kind of going to share them. So I'm really excited. I actually just recently started the first Lock and Key, and I am really liking it. It is a lot different than what I thought it was going to be, and definitely a lot more traumatic. And I should have expected it because it's based off of Lovecraft, so nonetheless, I'm really excited to get into it. Did you really think we were going to go through an entire book haul without me hauling something that is Morning Glories? Let's be serious. Morning Glories, Volume 4, Volume 5, and Volume 6. I was only planning on buying 4 and 5 this month, but I could not stop myself from getting Volume 6. I wanted it so bad, and I was actually going to buy it with this week's paycheck, but Brad bought it for me over the weekend so that I would have it to read on the train ride home. Like, it's actually kind of getting to be like a crazy obsession. And I mean, it's not even like it's the only graphic novel that I've ever been that way with. Like, Saga was the exact same way. Like, so good, I just want to reread and reread and reread. But like, this is like, it's like a mystery. It's like I need to solve what's happening. I just want to reread them all again already because I need to figure out for myself what the heck is going on. I actually did a review, a non-spoilery review for Morning Glories, like as a series, I guess, or from what I've read so far. I will leave the link to that review in the description box down below if you want to check it out. I highly recommend trying to read the first volume because I just really like this series, guys. Next, we have Fantastic Four 1, 2, 3, 4 by Morrison and Lee. Brad got this at Toronto Comic Con. It was super cheap, and we saw that it was by Morrison, and we kind of just jumped on it. Also, the cover is really gorgeous. Like, it's kind of wrapped up, so it's hard to see, but like all of the numbers, like everything that's blue is actually like really shiny. So this was kind of a cover buy. Also, the movie comes out soon, so we're thinking about kind of getting into Fantastic Four. And lastly, I have Eternals by Neil Gaiman. I don't know if I need to explain to you why I got this. I got it because his name is on the front of it. That's pretty much why I buy anything by Neil Gaiman, is because it's by Neil Gaiman. I don't even need to know what the plot line is, really. As far as I know, this is kind of like a different band of superheroes that I've never heard of before called the Eternals. This is a much older series than a lot of the stuff that I've been reading recently. But the guy at Comic-Con said that it's supposed to be really amazing, and it was super cheap for like a really like pristine hardcover. And also, this cover! Come on! Yes, please. Oh geez, this is really heavy. Okay. Oh geez. Okay, so there are all of the books and or graphic novels that I either bought or received in the month of March. If you have read or want to read, oh geez, so heavy. If you have read or want to read any of these, comment down below and let me know, and otherwise I will see you guys soon with another video. Happy reading. Bye!